The Omega Seamaster No Time to Die Titanium has to be one of the coolest versions of the 300 Professional, obviously for the material used, the colorway, the direct tie to the James Bond character, but it's also a no date. So all of those things are extremely cool to me. I really dig the watch. I dig the colorway. You can get it on mesh, a titanium mesh, or you can get it on this awesome NATO strap here, NATO style strap that comes with it. Big thanks to Exquisite Timepieces. They're my choice for authorized dealer for Omega for sure, but they're also authorized dealer for over 60 brands plus a massive pre-owned collection. So they sent this over for me to check out and then share it with you guys. So I have owned and handled many Seamasters. This by far, in my opinion, is the coolest. Mostly because I'm biased towards, I love titanium divers. I like no dates. I would have preferred a more traditional bracelet with it, if I'm completely honest. But other than that, I think it's an absolute home run. I love the warm tones of it. Paired up with the slightly gray nature to the grade 2 titanium, just works perfect. So let's get into the size. It is a 42 millimeter case. The lug to lug is a 49 millimeter. Of course, you have those iconic lyre lugs there. And yes, you do have the helium escape wart over here. Thickness 13 millimeter. So it's actually a touch thinner than the standard stainless steel one. That's another plus. But you can see that domed, slightly boxed domed sapphire crystal there. 20 millimeter lug opening. And then you have a 6.3 millimeter signed screw down crown. Of course, you have 300 meter water resist. And I weigh this thing in at 72 grams. So extremely lightweight in this configuration and works very well. The price point is definitely a premium over the stainless steel variant. This one's $8,900. The one on the mesh, this is a snapshot in time because I'm sure the prices will go up. They never go down, do they? But the one on mesh is $10,000, whereas the stainless steel variant is what, around $6,000? I forgot to look it up, but considerably cheaper. So 120 click bezel, scalloped bezel. You know, it can be tricky to get traction on it. This one, the resistance on it is good. Good as in it's not overly tight, so it's fairly easy to turn, but it's, you know, it still has enough resistance, it's gonna stay put. But I do find that turning the bezel slower is more pleasurable as far as the audible and tactile feel. If you turn it too quick, it loses some of that appeal, just because, you know, titanium bezels on titanium watches, it's often very difficult to make a great sounding bezel, and this one nails it, as long as you don't just rip through it, you know, just turn it a little bit normal, like a non-spastic person, and you will have that pleasure of a decent fidget spinner. Inside is the Movement 8806. It is METAS, COSC, anti-magnetic, 55 hours of power reserve, all that good stuff. So that's one of the highlights of Omega in general, right, is their movements are just fantastic. So you can see here is a look at the case back. Of course, it still has the stickers and everything on it. The other thing they incorporate is the, what do you call it right there, that thing? The Naiad lock system. So it positions the case back into that position. So it's orientated, you know, facing up towards the 12 on the other side. So, you know, typically when you have a dive watch with a screwed in case back, it just kind of lands where it lands. Well, this one lands where they want it to land, right? What a concept. So that's pretty cool. Lume on this is surprisingly amazing, right? Because you have those warm tones on those massive markers, those titanium hands, you know, they're skeletonized. So you have like a thinner portion of lume there, and then the triangle at the tip. And then of course the warm tones in the bezel insert as well. But the lume, you wouldn't think it, but the lume is just incredible. So I'm not going to do the lume yet because I'm getting out of order, right? I need to pop it on my 7 1/4 inch wrist so you can see what that looks like. And I have to say, I still even after I've started wearing fabric straps, I still struggle with them occasionally. So here I am over here fumbling around with this thing. So here it is on my 7 1/4 inch wrist. This tucks down actually really nice. I just didn't take the time to do it. So you can see there, it just looks great. I love the warm tones. The strap combination with this particular watch, this colorway, is phenomenal. The Omega fabric straps are definitely a premium. If you've ever looked to purchase them independently of a watch, then you know what I'm talking about. They are not inexpensive at all, as it shouldn't be, right? This watch, this entire package, the watch, the strap, or the bracelet, whatever you get it on, this is a true luxury watch. It should not be inexpensive. And it's not just expensive for the sake of being expensive. I mean, this is premium stuff. Right, so let's check out this loom now. Yeah, fully loomed out with the bezel, the hands, everything. And of course, in true fashion, you do have two-tone loom. So you have that blue on most of it, which I don't know how you get brown to glow blue. I don't know. I guess it's science or something, but it like trips out my mind. And then a little bit of green color on the minute hand, which should be tied in with the pip up there. It's ever so slightly, I think, just the dot. But there it is, guys. Thanks for watching. And again, big thanks to Exquisite for the continued support. And I talk to people on a regular basis that have wonderful buying experiences from the entire crew at Exquisite. And of course, my direct contact, Tyler, which I'll put his information down below. So if you are if you happen to be an Exquisite Timepieces customer, chime in, because people that are looking at this luxury watch and where to pick it up, they want to hear from everybody else that has also purchased a watch there. They want to reassure that they're making the correct decision, besides the fact that I already told you so. I'll see you on the next one.